thinks he has the upper hand. And he thinks that he's creating a weakness in your mind to believe it and therefore show up for that appointment. And there's some of you in this room, when I give the altar call, you don't even need to hesitate, you need to hurry, because you've already showed up for some appointments and Satan has put some stuff on you that you need free from. And it's time. Look at your neighbor and tell him it's time. You are not who he said you were. You don't have to take what he said you had to take. Time. Now. Why? Because God's called you to be a burning one. Secret! You are called to burn for God. It's not just an emotional burning. It's not just a hype. It's not about doodads or shouting just in church, even though all that is good and I believe in it. But it's about burning out there to change the darkness. Verse 15, when the servant of the man of God got up early the next morning and went outside, there were troops and horses and chariots everywhere. "Ah, my Lord, what will we do now?" he said to Elisha. "Don't be afraid," Elisha told him, "for there are more on our side than on theirs." How did Elisha know that? Secrets of God. There are things that you need to know, and guess what? You can know them. You know what? Many times we quote that New Testament verse that said, "Eye has not seen, ear has not heard, neither has it entered the heart of man, things that God has prepared for them." It is true that all that God has prepared for us, we haven't and will not see until we enter into eternity. But if you keep reading that chapter, you know what it goes on to say? It goes on to say, "But for the people of God who are connected with and in tune with the Holy Spirit who alone knows the mind of God, who revealed to the people of God the secrets from the mind and the heart of God to their heart." You can know the things that God has prepared for you. And when you know them, you know what it causes? I can't just sit there. I can't just go through life. I can't just work 40 hours, earn a paycheck, and just go to church and say, "You did it, Ronnie. You made it through the church. You got through that preaching. Praise God." No. You say, "Now what can I do with what I got in church? Who can I go grab and jerk out the darkness? Who can..." How can I enlarge my tent peg? Come on, Sharon. You ready to do something in pain? Albie? Come on. What are you waiting for? God's revealing His secrets. Some of you, in your heart, what you've been hearing from God, it's not you, it's God. It's God. He's whispering. Listen and obey and expect and get ready. Prepare yourself. He's going to open a door that no man can shut. And He'll shut doors that no man can open. But I'm here to prophesy and tell some of you in this room that God is about to open a great big old door for you. What doesn't need to happen is as God opens the door, you're nowhere around to step through it. But if you're not careful, instead of being at the door that God is opening for you, you're going to show up for the appointment of the devil to give you, quote, the flu. I hope you understand. I'm using the flu as an example. Anybody go out here getting the flu? Quit going around the same circles. Some of you, I'm telling you, you keep going around the same circles because you keep showing up for the devil's appointments. You start telling him, "I'm not showing up again." "Don't be afraid," Elisha told him, "for there are more on our side than on theirs." And Elisha prayed, "O Lord, open his eyes and let him see." The Lord opens his servant's eyes, and when he looked up, he saw the hillside around Elisha, watch this, was filled with horses and chariots of fire. Here it is, here it is, here it is. Burning ones. Now I know. I talked to God about this. I said, "Okay, God, how does this work?" This, He's speaking to me this word, burning ones, night watch. How do we watch the night? We've been preaching. We've been talking about the man with a withered hand. Our hand has been too small. The right hand of favor, that God Himself has placed His right hand of favor upon us. And so God says, don't hide your hand, stretch it out. So He's been telling us, let me stretch you. And one of the ways I want to stretch you is quit hiding your weaknesses and your inability and lack of strength, but go ahead and stretch it out as an individual and as a church and say, God, we just admit we're not where we should be, but there is more. We may be saved on our way to heaven. We may be full of your Holy Spirit. We may have just prayed. We may even be praying, but we know there's more. So we just stretch our hand out and say, make it grow. Let it grow. Give us greater authority. So that's what we've been talking about. And now He's saying, as you do that, I just want to set you on fire, burning ones. And so I said, God, this was an angelic army. Of course, they would be set on fire. And He said, yeah, that's exactly right, Ronnie. But just like they're burning, literally, Elisha and the servant now can see them burning. He said, spiritually, I'm going to cause my people to be set ablaze like that. And watch this. Other people, when they see them, cannot literally see the fire that is burning. But the enemy, he'll see it.
That's right.
He'll see how they're burning. And he won't want no part of that. I'm tired of running from the devil. It's time he run from us. I don't even want anybody showing up in a wheelchair. Don't get them to Faith Assembly because they're burning. They might just get up out of that wheelchair. Huh? That's what I'm talking about. Real change. Don't do everything you can. I don't want Charity talking to that lady who's depressed and get her to come to Faith Assembly because they're burning. She's going to get free from depression if she just gets there. You see what I'm trying to say? Burning ones. He will see us burning, and He'll want no part of that. As the Armenian army advanced toward them, verse 18, I'm wrapping it up. Elisha prayed, "O Lord, please make them blind." And the Lord did as Elisha asked. So, as the army of fire, the burning ones, were surrounding Elisha and his servant, Elisha himself was burning with secrets. Now watch this. How crazy is it? Two people. Many of you have heard the story, you've heard it preached, you've heard me preach it. But still think about it. I mean, this is a true story. This is not a fairy tale. Two people, and then there's a whole massive army. Servant who doesn't know secrets, scared out of his mind. We're dead. It's over. Throw in the towel. Hide in the closet. Have a pity party. Sounds like a lot of church people. Come on. But not Elisha. Why? Secret. We've got the enemy outnumbered. And there's a fire, there's an army all around us that's burning. And the same fire that's on them is on me. I'm not scared. Why? I've got some secrets. You can watch the night a whole lot better with a whole lot more authority when you've got some secrets. I'm telling you, God wants to show you some stuff that blows your mind. Guess what? I got a secret the other day God revealed to me. He told me to tell you, and I told some that were here Sunday night, but it came back to my mind as I was praying about the service, and now it comes back to my mind, so I want to say it. What you sow in these winter months, these weeks left in the winter, there will be a harvest that is reaped quickly in the spring. It's not even going to tarry or wait. What you sow in these winter months, listen to me, this is for some of you in this room, and I believe it is for this corporate body. What we sow in these winter months will bear fruit quickly in the spring. Now understand that sometimes sowing and reaping, there is sometimes a lengthy time when we wait for a harvest. But I believe with all of my heart that God has dropped it in my spirit, a secret. You need to sow like crazy this winter. What does that mean? I've been trying to have my night watch before we get to our night watch. I keep cozying up in that recliner and blankets. This is just getting my spirit, Larry, and so I'm saying, I just want to sow. Now, I'm not just giving out to get, but I can't help but get because God is the author of sowing and reaping. So I'm just sowing some nighttime, some hours, just tarrying, waiting. I'm going to be here February the 3rd, and we're going to encourage people to come and go as they need to, but I'm just going to stay the whole 6 hours because something's going to happen in the spring. When I'm driving down the road, I'm just refusing the honky-tonk and the rock and roll and the crazy mess. I'm just putting in the Word. Just the Word. Now, don't misunderstand me. Some people out here say, Pastor Ronnie has trouble not listening to country music and rock and roll. No, that's not what I'm saying. That's for some of you hardheads. Amen. I'm saying you know what? Sometimes it's a lot easier for me to turn on Christian music and just be soothed by the music and nothing wrong with that. Do that. But sometimes it's a lot easier for me to do that than put in preaching and teaching and listen to that. So I'm just putting the Word in, just listening. Stand on your feet all. Ask your neighbor, are you ready to burn?